What if I told you that in just 3 weeks, you could run 5 kilometers, even if right now you feel like a potato on the couch? What if I told you that you don't need to suffer, have experience, be fast, or even be in shape? Can you imagine crossing the finish line of your first 5K when just 20 days ago it felt impossible? Best part, you won't have to train every day, kill yourself running, or live with constant soreness. But here's the catch. Many people start and quit right when their body begins to change. Today, I'm going to show you how to avoid that mistake. And I promise you this, if you follow this plan, your body won't be the same 3 weeks from now, and neither will your mind. Let's get into it. Most people who want to start running make the same mistake. And it's not what you think. It's not running too fast. It's not buying the wrong shoes. It's not skipping rest days. The most common mistake? Trying to do everything perfectly from day one. Trying to run like everyone else. Trying to last several kilometers when last week you couldn't walk 10 minutes straight. The result? Frustration and giving up. Because when your mind wants to go faster than your body, you hit an invisible wall. And that wall has nothing to do with willpower. It has everything to do with this. You didn't give your body time to adapt. Your heart, your lungs, your muscles, your joints, they need time. Not a lot, but just enough. That's why this plan doesn't start with running. It starts with intentional walking. It starts with feeling like you're doing something new without breaking yourself. Because if you end up wrecked on day 1, you won't want to do day 2. And if you don't do day 2, there's no progress. So forget that idea that running equals suffering. Running isn't suffering. Running well is enjoying the process, moving forward, and feeling how little by little your body stops resisting. That's the first real goal of these 3 weeks, to start without fear and without injury. And if you get that now, you'll reach day 21 much stronger than you imagine. Week 1, your body is in defense mode. It'll ask, what the heck is this now? Your muscles will feel asleep. Your heart rate will spike. Your breathing, out of control. But don't panic. This isn't failure. This is the beginning. In just 3 or 4 days, you'll notice the first invisible change. Blood starts flowing better. More oxygen. More energy. And something interesting. Even if you barely run, your body will start activating recovery mechanisms. You'll sleep a bit better. Wake up with more energy. And yeah, you might start sweating earlier than usual. That's a good sign. It's your body saying, okay, looks like we're doing this. Let's get ready. Week 2. Here's where things get good. Breathing gets easier. You no longer feel out of place. Even running 1 or 2 minutes straight doesn't seem impossible anymore. This is the week when many people say, I didn't think I could do this, but I'm doing it. Your heart is already working more efficiently. Your lungs are learning to use air better. Mentally, things shift too. It's easier to start. The habit begins to take shape. You lace up your shoes without overthinking. And one more surprise, your posture improves. Without realizing, you stop staring at the ground and start lifting your head. Your body starts to believe you're a runner. And your mind does too. Week 3. Now everything speeds up. What used to leave you breathless now feels easy. Your body has adapted. Your joints are looser. Your feet know how to land. Your stride feels more natural. But something even more powerful kicks in. Your confidence. You're no longer running out of obligation. You're running because it feels good. You notice you have more energy during the day. It's easier to focus. And some days, you even feel like running. And that's a miracle for someone who was on the couch 20 days ago. In 3 weeks, you won't be a pro runner. But you'll feel something better, that your body responds when you take care of it, and that your mind is stronger than you thought. And that shows in every step. Let's break down the plan, step by step. Just 3 weeks, 7 days each. And no, you won't run every day, because rest is part of the training too. You'll combine brisk walks, short jogs, active recovery, and gentle intervals to help your body improve without overload. Week 1. Day 1. Walk 20 minutes at a brisk pace. You should be able to talk, but just barely. Day 2. Same as day 1. Just walk. The goal is to activate the body and build the habit. Day 3. Walk 5 minutes. Then alternate 30 seconds jogging plus 90 seconds walking. Do this 5 times. Finish with 5 minutes walking. Day 4. Active rest. walk 30 minutes gently, or do some light stretching. Day 5. Repeat day 3, but this time do 6 intervals instead of 5. Day 6. Full rest. Day 7. Walk 5 minutes. Then do 6 rounds of 45 seconds jogging plus 90 seconds walking. Finish with 5 minutes walking. Week 1 done. You're already ahead of 95% of people who just think about it but never start. Week 2. The magic begins. Day 1. Walk 5 minutes. Then do 6 rounds of 1 minute jogging plus 90 seconds walking. Finish with 5 minutes walking. Day 2. Rest or take a gentle walk. Your pace. Day 3. Same as day 1, but with 7 intervals. Day 4. Full rest. Day 5. Walk 5 minutes. Then do 8 intervals of 1 minute jog plus 1 minute walk. Finish with 5 minutes walking. Day 6. Active rest. Walk gently or dance at home if you feel like it. Day 7. Challenge day. 10 intervals of 1 minute jog plus 1 minute walk. You'll notice you don't get breathless like before. By the end of this week, you'll feel something change. Because something is changing. Week 3. The final push. Day 1. Walk 5 minutes. Then do 6 rounds of 90 seconds jogging plus 1 minute walking. End with 5 minutes walking. Day 2. Rest or do a long stretch session. Day 3. Time to push. 5 intervals of 2 minutes jogging plus 1 minute walking. Day 4. Total rest. Your body needs it to grow. Day 5. For intervals of 3 minutes jogging plus 1 minute walking. That's over 15 minutes running total. Day 6. Active rest, a chill walk or something that feels good. Day 7. Day 21. Race day. Walk 5 minutes to warm up, then run for 20 minutes straight. Easy, relaxed. Don't look at your pace. Don't stress. Just you, your body, and every step that brought you here. And when you finish, smile. Because 3 weeks ago, you were on the couch. And today, you ran 5 kilometers. No excuses. No quitting. At this point, you've already done something that felt impossible just weeks ago. But now, let me give you 5 tips to accelerate your progress. Without training more, without injuries, and without burning out. Get ready. These tips are rarely shared. Tip 1. Forget the pace. Yes, you heard me. If you're just starting out, checking your pace is like weighing yourself after lunch. Useless. Frustrating. Your only mission is to move consistently, feel good, and finish every session wanting to come back the next day. Run slow. Enjoy the change. Pace will come, but if you obsess over it, you might not. Tip 2. Use music to your advantage. Don't just hit shuffle. Make a playlist that lifts your mood even on your worst days. Pick songs with a steady beat that help you keep your pace. If you feel drained, start with softer songs and then raise the energy. Or try a short podcast. Listening to someone talk while you run makes time fly. The right sound changes everything. Tip 3. Don't run alone if you don't want to. If you can, go with someone. They don't need to be a pro, just someone to join you, listen to you, and say, "Come on, just one more rep." And if you don't have someone to run with, tell someone you're doing this plan. Sharing creates commitment, and commitment brings results. Tip 4. Mental rewards. After each session, do something that makes you happy. A special coffee, a long shower, a slow walk with good music, a photo for yourself. Tell your body, "Thank you for showing up today." That way, your brain begins to associate running with something positive, not pain. And when it links running with pleasure, it wants to repeat. Tip 5. Don't compare. Not even with your past self. Some people have been running for years. You're just starting. And that's not a disadvantage, it's a privilege. You're living the most exciting part, discovering what you're capable of. So if one day is harder than another, it's okay. The only thing that matters is not giving up. Because even if you move slowly, you're still moving. And that already makes you a runner. Day 21 comes before you know it. You won't wake up a pro athlete, but you'll feel something strange, something new. You tie your shoes without thinking. You step outside without hesitating. And for the first time, you don't ask if you can do it. You just do it. You start jogging slowly. You remember when those first seconds used to steal your breath. Now your body moves like it's always known how. Your legs no longer hold you back. Your breathing no longer scares you. Your mind no longer sabotages you. All that's left is to keep going. And when those first minutes pass, a feeling appears. It's not euphoria. It's not madness. It's something better. Pride. Pride because it wasn't easy. Pride because you didn't quit when no one was watching. Pride because you did something that once felt impossible. When you reach the 5K mark, there are no fireworks. But there's one truth that no one can take away. I ran 5 kilometers. And I couldn't even imagine it before. What you just accomplished stays with you. You're no longer the same person who started this journey 3 weeks ago. Now you know you can change. You can build something new. And it all starts with one step. Literally. Don't underestimate this achievement. Because if you ran 5 kilometers today, tomorrow, you'll be capable of so much more. Now tell me something. Are you ready to do it? To go from the couch to 5K, without suffering, and with a smile at the finish line? Because if you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step. And sometimes, that step is harder than the full 5 kilometers. If you decide to start today, I want to hear from you in the comments. What day are you on? Just starting? Already finished? Repeating the plan? Let me know. And if you've already run your first 5K, tell me. What did you feel when you finished? Your story could motivate someone else. And that's part of the change too. And if you want to keep improving, injury-free, pressure-free, at your own pace, this channel is for you. Subscribe, because the best is yet to come. See you at your next race.